Yo, what is going on, homies? It's your boy Stumped, back for another OPTC video, and in today's video, as you guys can see, we have Treasure Map. OLIN is live. It's our favorite time of the month. It's Treasure Map time! I hope you're all excited. I hope you guys got your teams ready, because we're diving straight into the new world for the 8.5th anniversary Treasure Map against OLIN. And in today's video, obviously, we are going to be showcasing the teams that I put out literally earlier today. So we're going to be using my teams. If you guys are using the buildable or accessible teams, let me know in the comment section below. And while you're down there, do your boy a favor, hit the bloody like button, smash the subscribe button if you guys haven't done so already. Also, over here, if you guys see over here, chat, we're live on stream, and if you guys want to join the streams, link in the description. Hit me with a follow over on Twitch so you can join the fun. So, it's not fixed damage, it's 50,000. That's super interesting. So, like, what, you can't damage reduction that? Is that what you're trying to tell me? Alright. So, we always like to go bento option. This map looks actually really good. This map looks really, really good. Okay. Well. Okay, so you take the 50k. Interesting. Well, look, we have the intrusion battle. Oh, no. I'm confused. Look, we have the intrusion battle. We'll touch base on Captain Gene in a little bit. Let's take on OLIN the OIRAN for the intrusion battle, and let's test the big old point boosted team, the big old Wayland team, that good old Funskis. You know how it is. You know the vibes. You know what it is. So, we have Otama for strength, dex, and quick characters getting cooldowns. That's always fun. I'm baffled how many negative orbs we got on our first roll. That's just absolutely wild to me. On this stage, we get 2 taps, and we can only use 2 specials. There is also damage null, which means that we are going to have to activate the Kdad special here. We should probably use the Jinbei support on Kdad. That way we can lock some of these orbs. We're also going to use the special of Zoro to just kill. Okay, so Zoro just kills. Man. That's fun. On the final stage against the OIRAN OLIN, she's going to Captain Swap us. Okay, so that happens before the attack down. That's always fun to see. Then she gives us attack down, which Kdad obviously removes. And she gives us 5 turns of paralysis. She also has threshold. So basically, she also gives us special reverse. That's very, very annoying. We don't have a way of getting the super class for Zoro on this particular team too. So, to get around the special reverse, we have, oh no, there we go. We have this, now we do. I always forget that Zoro's super class, if you have color fitting and orb boost, you can actually just use it. Honestly, them doing that is so good. Because then you can just do this type of stuff where, like, you just get every single buff under the sun. And, like, Zoro just goes absolutely AWOL. So, no issues whatsoever here. Like, no issues at all. Disgusting amounts of damage. So, very, very nice. We don't need Jinbei because we have the superclass. So, that's always fun. Alright, so here we are at the boss fights. The first boss is Apu. And with the Apu fight, we are using Kid strats. With this particular fight, it is a little bit how you're going, because Kid doesn't give a HP buff. So, this is going to be very, very interesting, to say the least. We have 74,000 HP, which should be enough to tank the death shot, because we do get 50% HP cut on the entry. So that's actually going to be very interesting. We actually get 5 turns of special rewind on all of our characters on this fight. And for the first 2 turns, we're basically just using our friend Captain Kid's super type. And then we're using the super to just wave clear. So it all works out pretty hunky-dory from here. With that, we have a full board of super bomb orbs, and that means we don't get the block orbs on the final stage. Works out like an absolute dreamboat. Apu, he has 3 turns of defense up, apologies. He gives you a 50% HP cut, and he does a special reverse by 1 turn. So to get around this, we're just going to use the special of Akainu to remove the the defense up and give us burn. And then we can actually use this super type of Kid just for some free damage. And then what we can do is we can switch into Law. Switching into Law means that we get 70% damage reduction when you actually kill Apu, which I wonder if this kills. Yeah, it does. Cool. When you actually kill a poo, he actually does this very, very annoying thing where he heals back 50% of his HP, and then he does 50,000 damage, which is very, very annoying. Now, as you guys saw there, I have the what's it called? The support, or the burn of Akainu, and the idea for me is I just want to use a Garb special in the early stages to just kill. So that should work out fairly nicely for a little while. It'll do a lot of damage. Garb obviously can give cooldowns as well. So he's another good option, but Kizaru, he obviously does that nevertheless. So chain lock there. You can even save like the kid special for the revive as well if you are doing strats like that as well. Because you have a conditional boost. You have what's it called? The special of Kizaru for a chain lock as well. So that all works out pretty nicely. You could even do the captain swap shenanigans too. Alright, on to the next fight. This one I'm actually looking forward to. We are up against Hawkins, and we are running double Hody. Now, Hody as a captain, if you guys don't know, if you guys didn't check out the video initially, he's a 2.25 times HP captain to powerhouse and driven characters. With the Navy ship, we have over 400,000 HP. Absolutely massive. If you take 200,000 HP, Queen is going to throw back over 10 or up to 10 million damage. So we're going to use Zoro to go Bink. We're going to use Zoro to go Bink. And then we get Special Binded, which is a little bit annoying. Just a little bit annoying. Just a little bit. I mean, you could use something like Bandit that can support. There might be a support on Queen that can remove like 3 turns. I don't know. But we are using Kaido here. Kaido is actually going to go see a Melita for the Special Bind. And then, with Queen, we're just going to kill. Queen also removes the 5 turns of damage reduction. There is resilience. That's where Kaido is so good. But this team will literally work for every single stage on the minimap. And it should work up to nav level about 24, I think, on the regular fight. Once we hit, let's say 24, we're just going to make Orochi our captain and we're good to go from there. So, super nice, right? Super nice. On to the next fight now. We are going to come up against Orochi. Orochi, this one is actually super interesting because if you have Corazon and Law, you're good. Like, you're absolutely fine. Now, I do see most people are going to be utilizing Hiyori, so if you don't have Corazon and Law, I would highly recommend using Hiyori. She is going to be very, very good for this fight. On turn 1, we have Caesar to wave clear, which is super, super handy. But it's very interesting on this particular fight. Slasher, Cerebral, and Free Spirits get their cooldowns. It's super interesting because on stage 2, you actually get a full board of bomb orbs. So I'm interested to see what this looks like. Okay, so it's basically just a bunch of mob enemies. So you can actually still use Caesar for wave clearing shenanigans anyway. On this stage, if you're using Corazon and Law, you really want to make sure you use that Corazon and Law special orb. You get super block stage orbs on the final stage, so just be mindful of that. Make sure to use Corazon and Law before you move into stage 3 if you are using this team. Otherwise, you can just use Hiyori, and then you don't have to worry about using a Corazon and Law special on that stage. It should work. Should work out absolutely hunky-dory. Next, on the final stage, you get 5 turns of Special Bind, which you can actually use Dofi to get around. You can use Dofi as your captain here. He's actually a very, very good option for this. And then basically with the other Corazon and Law special, you can get around all that nasty stuff. And just, as you guys can see, that's super nice. You get a Super Orb Lock for one good. So having the 1 slots of Hiyori just works very, very nicely here. It means you don't have to use a Corazon and Law special on stage 2 at all. And honestly, it's probably something that I might look at sort of changing over to. Or I might use something like just Shirahoshi, just literally just because. I think I'm using Hiyori on the next team, so I might just put Shirahoshi there. Oh my god. Dying. Holy shit. A bit of rice just threw down the back of my throat. Alright, apologies about that. Oh, almost died. But yeah, Shirahoshi just gives Rainbow Orbs. That works really, really nice. On to, what's his name? Kanjuro now. This is where Halloween Ace is so freaking good. Halloween Ace is an absolute demon. Now, ideally, you want your friend captain to be level limit break 5, or you could do something like this and use supports to get around the bind. Strength, Dex, and Int characters get their cooldowns, and if you use something like Hiyori or if you use something like Shirahoshi, you can actually just keep Wano or Rainbow Orbs moving into the final stage, which works out really nicely. I have Shiryu here. He's going to wave clear turn 1, and then he can use the Mihawk support to just get around the defense on the final stage, which is super, super handy. With that, well, with this team for me, I'm basically just using Blackbeard in the early stages. The special bind doesn't matter. The bind gets removed thanks to supports, which is all super, super nice. And then Blackbeard just literally does his thing where he just like, he just goes absolutely bananas here. You can also tap with Hiyori for the resistance down as well. That way you get the chain lock and you just kind of go like dink and bink. You can use Ace to turn the chain lock into a higher chain lock. Later down the line with the Halloween Law support, you can get an orb buff, an attack buff, color affinity, all those shenanigans with two laws, and it'll work absolutely fine. So no issues whatsoever for the Halloween Ace team. I don't know if the supports honestly are faster than like just using his special. And yeah. That's funny. You're cute. Let's see what you have to say after that. Alright, so the final fight is against the big dog Kaido. So, against Kaido, we're using all of the boosted units. Law, Killer, Zoro. It all works out. It's pretty damn hunky-dory. On stage 1, doesn't matter about our cooldowns. Slasher, Free Spirit, and Cerebrals do. So, do get their cooldowns if you do want to actually build out a team that is going to work very nicely. Unfortunately, once again, we don't have a way of triggering the superclass on turn 1. We are going to just have to tap there, but like Zoro's superclass is actually very, very good. So for this particular, like these fights, we're actually going to need it. So on turn 2, you get a full board of Tandem Orbs. So utilizing a Zoro special here is going to give us both of those effects. We can then use the Killer special to remove the defense up and lock all those orbs as well, which is super, super nice. Once we've done that, like, how many taps do we need to get? You need to get above a 3.2 times chain lock. So maybe utilizing someone else's special there might be the way to go. But you do kind of like, or maybe you could use K-Dad's. You could use K-Dad's special there after using Zoro's. But then you're not going to have the tandem orbs on this final stage. So you probably want to find a way to actually get the tandem orbs. That's actually something that I might need to look into. But Zoro is going to be great for this final stage because, well, I should have used Zoro first. He removes the defensive effects. He removes the threshold. Ideally, you want the chain multiplier with the Zoro special. But nevertheless, it doesn't matter too much. It doesn't matter too much. Then we also have Cat Viper to remove the barrier. Cat Viper can give the orb buff. And then, I wonder... No, we have normal attacks only, don't we? Yeah, cool. As you guys can see there, easy peasy. So there you guys go. That is Treasure Map done and dusted in a nutshell. A little bit late to this one. But nevertheless, the teams worked fairly fine. There's no real issues whatsoever. But let me know how you guys are going in Treasure Map. Let me know how your teams are performing. If you guys are trying those buildable, accessible teams that I put together, please let me know in the comment section below. I'd love to see how they're going as well. While you're down there, like I said, don't forget to belt the like button for me if you're new to the channel. If you haven't done so already, hit that big red subscribe button. Most importantly, wherever you guys are in this beautiful world, please remember to enjoy the rest of your day. As always, homies, I thank you for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Later!